Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today is just another update video from Grubhub orders, actually. So I've actually taken a bunch of them, and they're not that bad at all, especially if the pay is right. So with the Grubhub orders, the card orders at least, like I said, they're not as bad as you think, especially because the restaurants actually don't put you in a back burner in a way. So it feels like, at least around my area, that some restaurants do prioritize the food delivery apps, but then again, there's other ones that will put them in the back burner when it comes to, just they know that it's a food delivery app, so it's just like, okay, well, let's take care of our customers here first, or people that are dining in, or people that order food exactly, in person. So it feels like some restaurants, like I said, put us in the back burner when it comes to, when you don't have to pay, which it's supposed to be faster, but sometimes it can be delayed if either they're busy or they're just a slow restaurant and everything. So, like I said, but the good thing about the card orders is, first of all, you don't tell them that you're picking up from Grubhub. You are the customer, so you use the customer's name and you order it either by phone or when you get to the restaurant. Most of the time, if it's an easy order, I will do it by phone. But if it's a restaurant I'm not too sure about, or it's kind of like confusing, I will go there in person. But usually the food is already ready about 10 to 15 minutes, max 20 minutes, once I put the phone call order in. And it seems way faster than Grubhub. We know that Grubhub takes a very long time, at least the restaurants do, to make the order. Sometimes it could take, 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even more than that, sometimes 30 minutes. But at least from when I've done the card orders, even if it was some big ones, and they were really fast. Like, I think I got a 7 item one from this restaurant, and it was like, big food, and they were done with it maybe in 15 minutes from when I ordered it. And if it was on, the regular Grubhub order or a DoorDash order, I feel like it would have taken even longer than that, because, like I said, I feel like they put you on a back burner. Some restaurants do. But when you call in as a regular customer, they prioritize you, which is a good thing. So you can actually get things done faster that way. So that's a good thing about the card orders sometimes, especially if they take them. But and then the second thing is, if the pay is worth it, then you should definitely take it. At least for me, if it's a really slow day and I don't have anything going, my minimum for a card order is $15, and I won't go anything farther than 4 miles. It's just because of the time that it takes them to make the food. Then I gotta drive there. So, that's probably gonna be at least around 40 minutes in total, depending on traffic too. So that is my bare minimum. And if it's a busy day, like a Friday evening or a Saturday evening, I don't take anything under 20. Unless I know it's a really fast restaurant and they'll be done very quickly and I'm not going far at all. That's the only way I'll take the card orders. But like I said, my minimum is 15, and then on busy days 20, no matter what. Cause 20, then that's a really good deal depending on how far you're going. But it feels like most of them are actually worth it, unless they try to take you far or people don't tip. But for the most part, I've seen that, at least in my area, they've been worth it to me. And sometimes I do skip a couple of them only because I know the restaurant's slow, but they have really good pay. Because, yeah, and then the good thing about my area is, most of the restaurants are fancy restaurants, or the food is just really expensive. So even if they get four things, it might be like a $60 to $70 bill. And the good thing about Grubhub is, they give them an automatic 20% tip recommendation for the customer, and most of the customers do tip that much, or maybe even more, maybe even 25. So that's a good thing about that. And remember, Grubhub raises the prices to the customers, so that means if they raise it to them, you're gonna get a bigger tip because of the percentage wise. So that's a good thing too about the card orders. That I guess it's a cause and effect. Them driving up the prices actually helps you, because then you might get a bigger tip from the person if they get the recommendation or take the recommendation. Even if it's 15%, it's still a lot. So So Grubhub Pay is, I'm sorry, the orders are pretty good. The purple ones, they're pretty good. They're not that bad either. And like I said, they're fast. It feels like they're faster when they come from, you actually talking to the restaurant than from Grubhub itself. And like I said, don't say the customer's name. Like, no. And then, some restaurants don't like Grubhub or they won't take Grubhub orders. And that happened to me one time. I don't know if it was specifically towards Grubhub, but they told me that they only took debit card orders. I don't know if they were lying or not, but it was weird because so I called, Grubhub, and they took it away from me. And then like 20 minutes later they gave me another order from that place, and it was weird because I'm just like, okay, like I don't know if Grubhub's not like stepping it up or if that restaurant is lying. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, make sure that, like I said, they're gonna know you're from Grubhub when you pay, but it's okay because that's after you pay. Like once you're paying, like most likely they're not gonna be like, oh, we're not taking because you're from Grubhub. Like the food's already done, like it's ready to go out, and then I'm pretty sure the restaurant wants to get paid for the most part. So yeah, don't say the customer's name and don't say you're from Grubhub. Just act like a regular customer and then see how it goes. For the most part, it won't. They probably won't reject you, especially if you're already there paying. So, and oh yeah, and then if you're doing a big order on Grubhub, like a really expensive one, then you should definitely try to multi-app with DoorDash at that time. Even though Grubhub customers can track you now from the beginning when you accept their order, it's okay because if you're going a mile or two to the DoorDash, it's not that bad, especially because DoorDash, most of the time, the restaurants will be fast, so you'll be fine, like, doing that really quickly. So, I would say do that if it's a long time. So, a long time, to me at least, would be over 20 minutes. So if it was a 25-minute wait, like, if they were like, oh, it's going to be ready in 25 to 30 minutes, then I would be like, okay, I'm going to just do another one, while I do that, while I'm getting paid for this one. Even if it's like a $5 order, if it's 2 miles or 1 mile, then I would do it. Like, you got to be productive. You got to make as much money as you can. You got to be smart about it. Like, don't go too far, If it's a $10 order on DoorDash, but it's taking you 5 miles, don't take it. Like, that's just dumb. Like, don't do that. Take the small ones, and then you'll be fine. So, like I said, the purple orders aren't that bad. The card orders are actually really good, and they've actually helped me a lot with my per hour because most of the time when I do them, I'll do the purple order, and when I'm dropping off, I'll get another DoorDash. I'll get a DoorDash or another Grubhub, and it's kind of just fast. And like I said, in between, I will take a DoorDash if time permits. So it's really productive. And like I said, even if there's not time to do DoorDash in the middle of it, that means that the Grubhub is going to be fast because you're just going to, you're probably just going to drive there, wait maybe 5 minutes, and then you'll be out of there to the customer. And then that means that you can do more orders or you can get a bigger pay. So they're actually really good in my market, at least. Like, there is lowball orders, like the regular orders, but I would say out of 10, I'd probably take maybe like 4 or 5 because of the pay. Usually the pay is really good. And like I said, if it's not good, then I just don't take it. Or if it's not worth my time. If I know it's going to take too long, I'm not taking it. Like, that's the beauty about knowing your restaurants or knowing your area. You should know what's fast, what's slow, and, your traffic conditions. Like, what time it is and everything. So then you'll be good. Like I said, I would do them if it's worth it to you. Find a minimum for yourself too. Like I said, my minimum is 15 when it's slow and 20 when it's really, really picked up, like a Friday evening or Saturday evening. So depending on your market, take what you can, or, just set your goals to whatever you have to, and you'll be good, guys. All right, thank you.